Hello and welcome to KGS. Today we got 6K versus 7K. I am white. I am the aggressor. Alright, so you're encouraging me to go this way, so I will... You're also wanting to play this side, but I will take the bigger side. And we shall go from there. So I could do this, allow him to get orthodox, or a mini Chinese sort of thing, or I can approach high, let him get the other corner, and then shoot this like a 5-4. Approach high to work with this, or this. Which one do I want? I like approaching high. I don't particularly like approaching low. Although approaching low, probably the simplest thing for him to do would just be back off. Keep it in balance, allow him to get the other corner. What do I think he's going to do? This would be a more interesting game, I think. I don't do this a whole lot, so I might try it. I don't take the other corner, I approach. That seems kind of overplayish. You know, attach, cut, Atari, attach, wedge. Seems like that's my move, although I could probably do this. Wedge, Atari, do this. Extend, poke, and cut. Cut directly. See, not like again, this seems wrong. It really does. It seems incorrect. If I bump into this, what happens? Does he just block here and then I can hane? He can probably go this way, and then when I cut, it's a pinwheel in the corner, which these are going to get eaten pretty easily. This, he could probably just back off and wouldn't even have to bother with it, but then I can push here and start building up this stuff, but then this is getting really solid. Why are you looking at this one? I don't know. Just thinking about it. Because what does he do if I just back off here? Does he, kick me or try to attach? Or it almost seems like this is the move. Attach, he's going to go here, and then he can potentially cut, extend, follow, turn. Can't do that. I'm just looking at this whole throw and cut thing here. Cut. Atari. Connect, Atari dead, so you'd have to follow this way. Then I could cut and Atari, or cut and Atari. Okay, that would not be good. Throw in, cut, Atari, follow, go here. This cut doesn't work. I would need to... That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of this move. Of his. When I do this, he throws in. Cut, Atari, extend, follow. If I turn, he gets this solid triangle thing. With 4 liberties, I can do this one. If he hanes, I don't really want to do that. So, what about this? What does this do? What does this get me? What does this do for him? It allows me to do this, because then I can Atari and follow. This, Atari, go, no, that doesn't work either. This is so strange. What do I do? Just back off? No. I gotta do something about this. Attach. Extend, poke. Wedge, Atari. Wedge, Atari, the other way. That might be interesting. Extend, cut. Oh boy. What about this? What does he do with this? This to that. This? No. Throw in, cut, Atari, Atari. Ooh, I almost clicked there. That would not have been good. I want to waste all my time on this one joseki. What do I do? This to try and build a big wall over here. If he just extends and I poke, and he can get this one, which destroys my influence afterwards. And that just solidifies the stuff if I poke, and that's not good for me. So if he does extend, I would extend with him. No, I don't like that either. But then would this work? No, because this whole thing is still going to happen. Cut Atari down. Do this. This Atari. I mean, I can live in the corner, but I don't want to live in the corner. Because then he can get this one, and then, well, this is going to be on the run. Turn here, of course. It's not good. I'm gonna try this, I guess. I don't know. No, and then I also don't get Komi, so that's not great. Okay, so you're haneing. Does that mean I want to push because then I can get a cut and a cut? That doesn't help at all, though. If I just turn here and he follows, and I follow, he follows, he's getting a ton of influence over here. Maybe I'm okay with that, though. At some point he has to come back and fix. Otherwise, this whole thing can turn into a running fight, right? This is the natural response. This one, again, he's just going to do this. Actually, when I do this, he'll probably Atari here first, and then do this. But then I can get Atari, Atari, and then Atari, and I'm building up influence over here just fine. Would you want to save that? And then Atari, and then Atari, and then Atari. Which then he can Atari and build up all this. Meanwhile, I'm getting influence with this open up like that. This is a little closer to that. Maybe I should do this. Now that this is kind of weak like that. What about cross-cutting? Wedge, Atari up. Extending, and then I can Atari and follow. But then this is just going to die. And then I have the corner, though. Let's see what he does when he do this. I'm hoping he does this. He might Atari first. If he does, he's just giving me fuel to the fire, though. Okay. Which is interesting. Because I don't have a choice. I can do this and this. Or I can just do this. You know what? I'm going to do this. Because if he cuts me, then I could get this double Atari on. So I kind of force the issue. If he extends, then I have this double Atari. If you fix the double Atari, then I can get this. So I forced the issue. That's great. Love it. Yay, transposing. Probably easier just to capture, I think. If I extend, he can get this one on as well. He's getting a ton of influence, which then I would want to come in here and eliminate it. Even poking at this and doing that. He, of course, can get something like this in there and then extend over there. So, yeah, I'll do this. That's fine. Rather than capture, because then he can turn around, and then I can Atari back, and... Actually, maybe I should have just captured. That's interesting, because I'm going to want to pincer you. How do I want to pincer you? If I pincer you tightly, you can get all this influence, and then I can reinforce this. If you just jump in the corner, I'll be even happier about that. So I will want to fight, and use these stones. Backing off low, backing off high. Probably want to back off high here. The move to continue this joseki as a joseki is to shoulder hit. And then I push here. And he goes this way, and then I go this way, and then I go again and jump. Which is reinforcing this. This is not a ladder because it's a net. Yep. So he should block here. I get a push one more time and then jump. And then I can jump. So this is helping to reinforce this as well. This doesn't really have a base yet. He can get a little bit of shape by leaning on the corner here, but right now he's kind of between two semi-strong white positions. I'm surprised he didn't take the other corner, to be honest. So he can do this to get some aji. What the hell is that? Which he does. If I let him get that, though, if I poke here... and poke here. Wait, if I just do this and he connects, it's going to die. If I do this and he does this, I can get this Atari in for free. But then he can poke through and cut here. So maybe I want to poke here first, and then, or wait a minute. I don't think that's a good move. Poking here, he has this option, but he also has the option to poke through. And then if he pokes through this way, there's this double Atari thing. Hi, you. So while I think about that, let's see, poke there. She doesn't like that, I guess. Poke here. Poking through and cutting. I have a double Atari in this stuff, and I can live here, but then this is going to suffer. If I poke up directly, that reinforces his cut. He should have come back and fixed this, right? I think that's the moral. If If I do this and he connects, it's the same thing. He can pull back and then I can capture, and then my shape is a lot better. And then poking through will not result in the same stuff. So I think this is a better move for me, because if he does connect, I can do that. He'll have to pull back, which will force me to capture, of course, but then my shape is a lot better. You're going to poke through here. Are you planning to cut? You're planning to do this. Okay. You still can't capture that though. You have to pull it back. Otherwise I can... Yeah. Now I'm forced to capture, which is fine. But these only have these, what, 6, 7 stones have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties? And you're going to let me get a high approach here. I'm tempted. I really am. If he atars this, I can do this. If he atars the other, I can do this. If he fixes, I can cut and extend. And these are all going to die. So, what else can we do? Because these are fairly strong. Although with that liberty gone, it might be... No, because I can... This is now fine, so that's actually good. Okay. So let's go back to attacking this, since you left it alone. If he just extends, then I'll extend with him. Wonderful. And that means I can cut here. This is a key shape point. It'll collapse his shape as well. Collapse it meaning getting rid of the eyes. So now this is a tricky one. Because the influence I'm getting is kind of already used. So if I go this way, and he pokes here, I think it's still safer for me to do this, and then this is all strong, and I can actually do this. Although, I almost want to attack this instead. But, do I let him live here? I think I'm going to let him live. Just do the simple one. If he goes here, I hane, hane, hane. The one is sente, so he should be able to live, I think. Yeah. I do what? This? Hane. Well, this is Atari, so you can't do that. You can poke up, and poke here, and poke here, and try to live with that. Yeah, obviously. But if I do this, you poke again, I Atari this, you're fixing. And now if you poke, it's still just Atari. So we're going to go back to attacking this. This is like a mouth shape. Key point mouth shape is there. And now that that's done, now I got to save this stone so it doesn't die horribly. And this does that, right? Wedge, Atari, yeah, this does that. This also does that, I think, right? Because poke here, can't do anything about it. This also helps kill this. He can also Atari this down. He tries poking through, that's just Atari. So you can get this down and try to run to the side here, but then I can chase him from underneath. So I think for now, though... Wait a minute. I do need to save this, don't I? If I extend here, can he cut this off? This, that, this, that, this. I do need to save it. Stronger? Which one's stronger? This one? This one. Oh, no. I should have done the table shape. The big table shape. I should have done this one. I'm sad about that. But I should have a lot more fun attacking this now. So I can ignore that for now, I think. I'm going to do this. Because remember, he still doesn't have any eyes. He can lean on this and get the one eye here. Let's see, if I do this, and he captures, I can do this. He can cut That is Atari, and then this is going to have to struggle. Although I can get the Atari back, start to cull, and start trying to live on the side here. Or I can extend. See, if I extend, what happens? He pokes through here. I can Atari this, forcing that. I can poke through here to save those, or if he connects, I can just do this. And I have enough liberties, I think. Hold on. I'm worried about this stuff now. This stuff getting cut off. I'm looking at extending this to attack this. Because of this, then I can do what? If he goes here, then I can cut through here directly. And capture. Is that Atari then? Let's see, yeah. If I go here and he does this. Cut. Atari, capture. This is no longer Atari. This is now Atari. I'm gonna fight. I didn't read all this out, but I think this is a good result. I might lose those 3 stones on the side, as it stands, but by him poking through here, that is. I can force this, or I can force this to get around. You're pinching me. How does this work? I can jump down, do that variation. I can also do some sort of attachments. I can also jump to attack this some more. Attach, hane, pull back, do this, and then you're already on my extension, so I'd have to like pincer this, counter pincer that. God, the screen's off. Weird. Of course you pincer that. What's the move? Attach? We're gonna get some sort of attachment. Ignore this for now, and come back to attacking this. This is really hard to attack. Like this, here, wedge, poke. And then there's a double Atari here. So this, if he goes here, if I jump here. So I want to chase him here so I can get some more reinforcement, because if I can get on the move here, then this pincer is really severe on this. I could even attach to it to get some influence. You know, that might actually be a good idea. Attaching to this to get influence. If he hanes, I extend. If he pokes, I extend. What about shoulder hitting it? If he pokes up, oh baby. Capping move. How does that help? He can attach here. I want to do this. This is probably not in a joseki book. So the shoulder hit is to encourage him to push up here, because I want to get some stones here, and that way I can surround and kill this whole group. So if I can kill this whole group and essentially take the entire center, then this lonely stone in the corner is trash. Okay then. Well, you're going to suffer then. I could poke here. It's not really going to get me anything though. I can even shoulder hit this now. Getting a ton of influence, but I really need to get in here and do something with this. This stuff might get cut off from this, which is fine. But I want to encourage him to go here so I can get a couple more moves in here. Rather than push him this way. I need to push him this way. This. Yeah, so that might get cut off, but this is still connected to that, so that's what I want to do. And this stone should help with that a lot. Although now you can... Yeah, that's what I want you to do. This is now kind of getting cut off, though. I can poke at this, which will just make a bamboo joint. This stone's kind of lonely. The connection between here is pretty is not strong because of this stone. And so I may need to like attach here. Actually, attaching here might be a decent idea anyways, because then there's the wedge possibility. I can do this. I can just connect. I can also do this, right? But what I wanted to do was this, which will force him to go this way. This also helps that, doesn't it? Because he can't poke through then. He can do that. And this is also shoulder hit on that. I can get him to crawl on the second line, get some more influence, and then jump this way. This, again, this he can cut off into two and have a stone here. But if I can get this over here, I'll be good at that. So let's do this. This prevents the poke through rather than just connecting directly. I want him to respond this way. He's responding that way. Wonderful. This. Just trying to corral him a little bit. If I do it again, he can go here, and then I can actually get a decent cap on it. So let's do that. Because then I can get this cap, which is also helping me settle on the side here. And this is a shoulder hit I do want to respond to. I am able to jump. This is threatening the wedge, which actually isn't that great, to be honest. This is helping a lot. What if I jump here? I'm essentially stealing his whole bottom side then, which is good. But I really want to... This push and cut is a problem. This is going to expose this cut, forcing him to connect in some way. It'll fix my cutting problem as well. So let's do that. And then I can even poke at this now. Or hane here? Atari. Let's jump. Get some points on the bottom here. When he played this 3-4, that told him that he was interested in... Can I hane? I think I may be okay with just this. And now you're coming up, which is interesting. So, I do need to come back and do something about this, don't I? This helps maintain that connection just fine. So does this, actually. This is a single purpose move. It doesn't help with anything else except making the connection. Is there any other move I can do that can do both? Does this help? Boom, 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 boom. Not without a ladder. Okay. These are going to get cut off, and I don't like that. I don't want that. Getting a 2-space extension approaching this is decent. Will he respond? He should probably respond, but then I can't get in here. If I do this, he can go here. I'm going to go here first. These are getting in trouble, for sure. These 3 stones can also be cut off. That's interesting. Because with this whole joseki, that's interesting too. Because now I can Atari and connect, and then cut, right? Or I can Atari up and go here. Atari over. Atari up and go here. Atari down, and then this whole thing is kind of hard to invade. I can cut here, forcing him to do that, and then I can Atari up and do this. If he tries connecting here, I can cut. There's Atari up, and then he can Atari this, and then he's got one eye here. My shape is a little bit better, and then I can come back and connect because he's split in 2. And then he has to struggle for the second eye. How do I like that? Do I like that? I can still... No. What about just doing this and coming through? Letting him connect up, potentially even getting this, but then if I can destroy all this, I think I'm ahead then. So poke up and do this. Atari over wouldn't be good. Atari down wouldn't be too bad. Cut, cut. Actually, probably cut, ignore, do this, do that. Atari up and go through. Do this and then Atari up and go through. Let him connect and potentially kill these. I gotta do something. I'm running out of time. Spent all my time in that opening joseki, which is still strange, I think. I want a Panuki. I'll turn here, I think. and take the whole corner? Wow. This also undercuts, so he's encouraged to take another move. And then I'm going to come back and fix here, and then I'm fine, right? There's a wedge here, of course, which you can... Actually, I can threaten some other junk too. Can he do anything with this? If he extends, I just connect. If he cuts, I double Atari. There's this Atari, I capture. If he extends, then I follow. He can turn, I capture. I think I'm okay with this. I think. If he takes that, I just Atari and descend. Alright, so let's take the single purpose move of connecting here. Does this work? This one's probably better. This single stone might get cut off if he wedges here. Because I can Atari and fix. Alright, so you're solidifying this territory. Single purpose move. So if I do this and this, then if you wedge, I can Atari and connect, because then this is Atari, 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 and just gonna die, right? So I can threaten some stuff here, or we can just go to endgame. Let you get all that. Poking through here. I feel like this is the move I gotta do, but hane, how do I deal with the hane? Do I just extend? He has to fix, and I can do this. Now let's do that. I didn't put a lot of thought into this one. This one's just kind of, it's directly threatening this, and if he responds by something like this, then I can pull back here. If I can maintain connection with all of this and destroy all this under territory, and potentially get a little bit into here, I should be fine, I think. Maybe this one would have been better here, actually. I don't know. We'll see what he does. Okay, so you're threatening my connection. Here, let's try that. See what that does. You're poking at this, but I can cut. If you wedge, I can wedge and get in here. You're not doing that, though. You're going to let me get this. And this. Interesting. That's very interesting. Wasn't expecting that. So now he gave me an eye here. I can let him get all this and not actually be caring too much. This to that to this. Just take some Sente endgame plays, I guess. This is probably too small right now, but with this fourth line corner here, I think I'm okay. I should be happy with this as well. If he just extends, I'll hane. He can hane back. He is not letting me do that. This is threatening that. It also maintains bamboo connection. And so then I will just defend here, or should I do this one? This threatens this cut. And then it'd be cut off again. This one threatens that cut. I think I want to do this one though. Screw it. This cut is still kind of a problem, isn't it? Although I can Atari up and then connect up with this. These three stones are still in trouble. I should probably come back and make sure they're okay with an Atari here. Let's see. I'm going to do this one. I think this one's bigger. He's going to get this hane here, of course. But if I respond over here and he ends up getting these three, then that's not a whole lot of points, though. This to that to this. I can poke at this and even get this move. Threatening that, and this move, threatening that. But now these are all mine for sure. That's good. Poke at this, yes. And then do this move. And this move. So he's basically crawling on the first line here, which is okay with me. Yeah, sure. Does he poke through here? I just capture if he does that? Yeah, okay. Capture. Atari. And connect. Yep, that was going to be a thing. That is also a nice thing. You gonna fix? If you don't fix, this is kind of pointless. I don't think I'm gonna respond to that one. I think this poke might be a little bit better. Or this poke. Actually, I'm gonna do this poke. This is more points. I killed this stone now. You can high, I can Atari, but then it's dead. You can connect and force me in Sente, but I think this one's bigger than that one. Because this one you're gonna end in Gote. I'm gonna have to back off once and do this. I can't just do it directly because you can cut. Actually, even if you cut, then I can Atari and dead, right? Poke, bloom, cut, Atari, capture, Atari. Do that. Okay, this is threatening to poke through now. Which I don't think is a problem yet. I want to do something with this. There's also some stuff over here. This is his big territory, though. Big territory. I don't want to do this. This seems bad. This actually helps this cutting point as well. Because now if he cuts, I can just poke here. This one helps with that. He can poke here. If he pulls it out, I can capture. Atari. I'll do this one, I guess. I think we're pretty much done on the sides. I can't cut because I can just Atari it up, so that's still good. And now I have the potential of poking through here. I do not get Komi, though. That's the problem. That is the problem. So all of this is connected here, and all of this is connected here. Do I care about this getting there? This Atari goes here, and then he can poke through and cut. So it's going to get cut off if I do that. Question is, do I care? Now that this is all connected, maybe I want to poke here. This is a pretty big threat, because I can poke through and cut now. This is a pretty big threat. Question mark? Oh, no, I'll just do this. Screw it. Bamboo joints galore. There's no points there for me, but it's all connected at least. I also have the potential of getting this Atarian. Alright, yep. 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 That didn't really get any points. I mean, it solidified your stuff, but... Bamboo joint, bamboo joint, bamboo joint. Everything's connected. So as far as points goes, he has a corner, a medium-sized corner. I've got a really large corner side thingy over here. This sets up that, so... I guess just turn. Get a few points in the middle. Empty triangle? Yeah, I guess. So the yeah, I guess. So the question is, can I do anything with this? I don't think so. This is going to be the killer, though. I just do this and I'm fine, right? Because now I have a second eye here. And then even if it gets cut off, it's fine. So if he pokes here, I won't respond, because this is now alive on its own. Throw in, do this, and then I have this in Sente later. Or he can't poke through in Sente, right? Yeah. So this is setting up so I can get a Sente move later. Potentially, anyway. Capture, Atari. And then if he ever pokes up here... Yeah, so now I can connect here in Sente and actually get a point. And start a code for this sort of thing. So that's nice, cool, awesome. This, of course, is Atari. It also gets me a point. It sets up a squeeze sort of thing, but... Can I wedge here? I can wedge here. Make him be shaking in his boots. There, yeah, hey. Pull back. Yeah, I'll pull back. Means I can poke here. Set up a co for that connection. But there's no, I mean, what is this? This is worth more. I can now connect here and do this. And poke here to poke at this. And then I can also poke at this. So I can collapse this whole thing if I want. So I'm going to poke here. And then I'm going to do this and get that, which eliminates that point for him. This starts a ko, which he won't want to do. And then I can block here, and I have an eye then, right? This actually gets me more than just these. This gets me these 2 points, because I think if he pokes there, then he can set up some sort of squeeze because there's only one eye. I don't know what this is. Just do this. I had a feeling he'd try that. I was reading this before when I decided to Tanuki here originally. If he turns, I just capture. If he Ataris, then okay. Actually, I'm not going to capture. I'm just going to extend. Because then I can do this. If he cuts, or don't I just do this? But now I'm alive in the corner. This group is now alive outright, and this group is dead. This has 2 eyes. He decided to do that, which means I can just connect and be fine, right? If I do this, Atari, I think this fixes it. Atari, yeah. If he does this one, I pull the eye. If he captures, then I'll just connect. This is dead. This is mine. Yep. Where else can we get some points? I can get this and that for a point. I can get this for a point. I can get this for a point. And this will actually set up a Sente play later when I connect here too. Because now he has to finish. Yep, cool. There's this ko-looking thing, which will probably just connect. Doesn't get any points though. Is this a point? This is a point. This also removes liberty, not that it really matters. Cool thing is that this is going to end up being a squeeze at the end. I'm going to use a Buyomi here because there's nothing. Oh, this gets rid of a point and an eye, so that's important. It was like a mutually destroyed eye. If he would have taken this one, I would have taken the other one. So, whatever, I guess. I do believe he has more points though. This is fairly large. I didn't invade here quick enough. So that might be unfortunate, but... He passed, but I wasn't done with you. There's this coal scenario thing that you're just gonna fill. Let's just go with it. Alright, so that one is a 7-point loss, which means... If it were Komi, I would have won by a point. But, anyways... thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.